Hello, warm welcome to this mutual fund series, and we've been constantly updating you on various aspects of mutual funds, and we've also taught you the step-by-step methodology to pick mutual funds. So I trust you've used that methodology and you've already picked mutual funds that actually pass all the parameters in different categories. Today I was decoding the ET Wealth newspaper. It was our 142nd episode. Congratulations, guys. It was brilliant. And in the ET Wealth today, and today is the 21st of September 2021, when I decoded, and the article that I decoded is on the best mutual fund managers in 2021. And why I'm talking about this article with you guys today is because it will build your confidence in your study. So please listen carefully. In the top wealth creators of 2021, in the large cap funds, number one is Shreyash Devilkar, the fund manager of Axis Mutual Fund. He has gained the number one position. And well, if you have studied the large cap funds, then you know that Axis Blue Chip Fund actually passes all the tests, and it is right now the top performing fund in the large cap category. So if you map what you've studied with what ET Wealth is saying today, you will figure that there are a lot of similarities. So number one is Shreyash Devilkar of Axis Mutual Fund. In the large cap funds category, number two is Sri Datta Bhandwaldar. I trust I'm pronouncing his name right. Bhandwaldar. And let me take the name again. Sri Datta Bhandwaldar. He runs the Canara Robeco Mutual Fund. Third is Gaurav Mishra of Mirae Asset Global Investments. Fourth is Swati Kulkarni of UTI Mutual Fund. Well, among all the mutual funds, she's the only woman. All the fund managers, I mean. Fifth is Harish Krishnan of Kotak Mutual Fund. So this is in the large cap category. In the multi cap category, number one is Rajiv Thakkar of Parag Parekh Mutual Funds. Well, if you actually jump into the multi cap category, you will notice from the test you do that yes, Parag Parekh Flexi Cap Fund is the best. Okay. Second is Nilesh Surana of Mirae Asset Global Investments. Guys, just to tell you, Nilesh Surana is somebody who has a huge track record in being the wealth creator, though Mirae has come down a little in ratings now. Okay, it no more rates as the best fund if you do the test. But yes, Nilesh Surana is very, very celebrated guy in the mutual fund industry. Third is Ajay Tyagi of UTI Mutual Fund. Fourth is Vinay Paharia of Union Mutual Fund. And fifth is R. Srinivasan of SBI Mutual Fund. Again, a very, very celebrated guy, R. Srinivasan. In the small cap and mid cap category, we have Shreyash Devilkar again of Axis Mutual Fund. Why? Because if you do the same test in the mid cap category, you will find Axis Mid Cap Fund as the best performing. Well, I will talk about their strategies in a bit, but if you notice, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, Shreyash Devilkar of Axis Mutual Fund as number one in the small cap and mid cap category. R. Srinivasan of SBI Mutual Fund as number two. Number three is Anupam Tiwari of Axis Mutual Fund. Number four is Harshad Patvardhan of Edelweiss Mutual Fund, and fifth is Pankaj Tibriwal of Kotak Mutual Fund. Now I'm going to take you through their investment strategies as mentioned by ET, and you will find similar strategies online. Why strategy? Understanding the strategy is important, guys. Just the numbers, just watching the numbers and investing is not a great decision. You always need to look at the portfolio that the mutual fund has built. And when I'm saying the portfolio that mutual fund has built, the portfolio is built by the fund manager and his team, and there is a certain strategy which is involved, a certain way of thinking which is involved. So today I'm talking about that way of thinking when I'm talking about these mutual fund managers. So now the first I'm talking about is Shreyash Devilkar, who is 42 years old as of now. He is a BE in chemical engineering. He has a master's in management studies. He has an experience of about 16 years in the industry. And Axis Blue Chip Fund is what he's built. Axis Blue Chip Fund right now is about 29,161 crores. The 3-year annualized returns 13.92, 5-year annualized returns right now are 15.92. Well, these numbers keep changing, so go back to the value research website that I've shown you in the videos and watch the numbers. The numbers just keep getting updated. The top 3 sectors as of now are finance, technology and consumer. Okay, and you will notice that, you know, these sectors are common among many funds. Well, let's talk about Shreyash's strategy right now. And the top 3 stocks as of now, and these stocks will also keep changing, guys. So just go back to the value research website. But for now, you know, right now what it is Infosys, Bajaj Finance and HDFC Bank. These are the top 3 stocks right now as I make the video. So Axis Blue Chip Fund has a quality centric approach. When I say quality centric approach, you guys need to understand that Shreyash is actually picking stocks or businesses. What are stocks? Stocks are businesses which are listed in the stock market. So he's picking businesses which are high quality businesses, which means they have good, strong, robust financial performance. And he's saying that he made subtle changes in the pandemic period. So he gravitated towards the B2B centric firms amid lockdown restrictions on mobility. When there were restrictions during the pandemic and, you know, the wave was really tough on all of us, then at that point he took a decision on moving to business to business. What is B2B? It's business to business. So Axis Blue Chip's portfolio has grown from its earlier compact positioning. Earlier it was really compact. It had 30, I remember it had 30 stocks. Then it went up to 40 and right now, okay, that's Axis Mid Cap, guys. Okay, I confused Axis Mid Cap. So coming back, so Axis Blue Chips portfolio has actually grown from its earlier compact positioning. Okay, the quality focus has helped the fund capture the growth of financially stronger companies, taking over weaker companies. So he has basically weeded out companies which are weak and brought further financially strong companies. He insists that the survival of the fittest and there is ability to thrive amid uncertainty. They are depending on the earnings growth going forward. There is disruption which is abundant everywhere, and he warns the investors that, you know, wherever the moats are narrowing. What are moats, guys? Wherever the competitive advantages for a company are reducing, wherever the business's competitive advantages are not as much deeper and wider as they used to be, he's cautioning us of such large cap companies. So his reading is that B2C segments like retail, consumption, retail credit growth has relatively not done well. The segment which is offering superior risk to reward, but we need to be watchful, and there are opportunities in the IT sector, export-led pharma sector and the cement sector. Now, you know, if you've not done the stocks course, these will not make absolute sense for you, but that doesn't mean you don't attempt to make notes and learn. Just when I'm speaking, keep learning. As you do the stocks course, you will learn more. And that's the whole objective. When you learn about stocks, even mutual funds will make far more sense for you and you will be a completely enlightened investor. But in the B2C segment, he's not talking about many scenarios, but he's talking about IT, export-led pharma and cement sectors. Okay, so that's Shreyash Devilkar, Axis Blue Chip, which is passing all the tests right now. Okay, now I am jumping to another category, and that category is multi-cap, flexi-cap category. And if you do the test, okay, which we have explained in the mutual fund video, you will see that Parag Parekh Flexi Cap Fund is the top performing fund in that category. And that fund is being managed right now by Rajiv Thakkar. So I'm going to now talk about Rajiv Thakkar, his strategy and what he's saying. So Rajiv Thakkar is about 48 years old. He is a BCom from Bombay University. He's a chartered accountant, CFA charter holder, a graduate of ICWL. And he has an experience of about 20 years. Okay, I am not talking about the AUM and the other numbers of Parag Parekh because you would have already seen the numbers in the value research website where I've shown you. So Rajiv Thakkar is insisting that the digital transformation had begun much before the pandemic had hit us. It has only gotten accelerated in the pandemic period. So basically, if you see, what he's talking about is IT, automation, right? Those new age technologies which are fully taking us over. So he's saying that they have benefited, the Parag Parekh Flexi Cap Fund has benefited extremely from the choices that they had made even before the pandemic, he's saying. So though the financial sector got impacted in the pandemic, and he's saying that he has shifted away from lending based businesses to actually fee based companies. So he's saying he is staying away from weaker leveraged businesses, again weaker financially, okay, weaker businesses, financially weak businesses, he's staying away from them. He's saying occasionally he's using the cash during the market excesses. So actually, if you notice, if you Google Rajiv Thakkar and you listen to the videos, you will see that they actually deployed a lot of cash when the market had crashed in March 2020, even April 2020 when the market was slow. They had really put in a lot of cash and bought many businesses, good quality businesses. And that is where the fund really benefited from. So that's also a strategy, okay? Buying on dips. A major buying happened during the dips when the market crashed. So fresh ideas have become scarce. Cash position has crept up again. So they always sit on cash. They always are on a lookout for opportunities. He insists that companies, businesses which are well positioned to capture opportunities from the transition to the digital space will extremely benefit. And if you remember, there is a lot of exposure that Parag Parekh has in quality businesses abroad. So that's the kind of geographical diversification that if you look at the portfolio of Parag Parekh, it gives you. So he's saying that in March and April of 2020, the headlines were really bleak, which means the market was really down. It was difficult and valuations were very attractive, which means businesses were very, very attractive to buy into. So whenever you hear the word valuations are attractive, understand it means when businesses are really, really attractive to buy into. So he's saying that there is clarity in terms of the vaccination path right now. We all know that vaccination has happened in our country with velocity, and that has tremendously benefited the economy. So he's saying normalization of life is happening. There is normalcy showing up in other countries as well. So given this environment, it is time to be selective in our purchases that one makes. And he's saying that Parag Parekh Flexi Cap Fund does not chase any fads. So they are looking for good management in the business, good business characteristics, reasonable valuations. Now, this all will not absolutely make sense right away, but like I said, as you understand how to select good quality businesses in the stocks course, you will learn. But for right now, just breathe in and receive all the information in. If you need, keep making notes. Okay, I might be going fast, so you can always rewind the video and listen to it again. Okay, now I want to talk about Nilesh Surana. He runs the Mirai Asset Emerging Blue Chip. This is one fund which you will see is one of the top performing fund in the large cap and the mid cap category. Okay, it's the second category which is listed in our mutual funds, guys. If you go back to the Excel sheets, you'll find it there. And also Nilesh Surana is known as a consistent wealth creator for investors, for their investors. Okay, so his age, he's 52 years old. He is an engineer, okay, engineering graduate with MBA in finance. He has about 26 years of experience in the industry. So Nilesh Surana is saying that he's always avoided inferior businesses, and a good chunk of his fund is geared to benefit from long-term structural revival. So this has ensured that the portfolio is able to weather any interruption that may come up. Guys, it's critical that we all learn to build portfolios which go up fast when the market is moving up, and it goes down really less when the market is going down. Okay, and we need to have such businesses in our portfolio, whether we are investing in direct stocks, direct equities, or we are investing in stocks through mutual funds, equity mutual funds, because these are the only top ways now to actually create the wealth for your goals. So he's saying that they will largely benefit from the portfolio that they've built, because it is going to help them in any disruption that may show up. He's saying that they are sitting on good market opportunities. They have bought into larger businesses which are going to drive huge upside, and the huge upside can come from the earnings that these businesses make and the valuation that goes up for them. He's saying the economy is going to stabilize now post the volatility which has been caused by the pandemic. He is really focusing on the companies delivering good results. So when we are saying companies delivering good results, it means the profitability of companies increasing, okay, that the companies are really doing well. So he's talking about all of that, and he's saying that they're going to hold firm, they're going to buy into companies which are again for the long term, and there will be two-pronged approach. One, there will be a core portfolio which will invest in high quality businesses. The other end of the spectrum will have deep in value opportunities, so where fund is positioned to kind of move into the banking, finance, services sector, consumer sector, and outsourcing themes. So that's about the Mirai Asset Emerging Fund, guys. I'm saying guys as if there are all of you sitting here, but I know I'm talking just one of you at a time. Okay, now let me get into the mid-cap space. Okay, one word of caution: nobody invests in our community, nobody. Okay, and this is what I have followed and I have benefited, and our community members, everybody who's done the Money Gym program and the stocks program, they've benefited. Never invest in mid-cap, small cap until you have understanding of stocks, okay, because mid caps and small caps are very high risk and of course very high return businesses, but you need to really understand companies, businesses, because you can't just look up the numbers and look up the big names and just invest. That's not how you do that. Okay, so with that caution, I'm beginning on Axis Mid Cap Fund. So Axis Mid Cap Fund, I am leaving the numbers for now. You can always check it in the Value Research website, like I said earlier. Again, Shreyash Devilkar is the fund manager. This Axis Mid Cap Fund passes all the tests in the mid cap space. So Shreyash Devilkar is saying that the mid cap segment has done extremely well over the past 1 year. So during after the market bounced back, in the stock market there was a crash in March 2020 when the first lockdown was announced, and After that crash, there is a big boom that has come into the market. The market has really outperformed. Well, it has outperformed all the world's markets too. India right now is one of the top performing stock markets. So that's also the kind of big opportunity that exists for all of us. So the mid cap segment has done extremely well over the past 1 year, he believes. Export oriented sectors such as IT and chemicals have done particularly well. So now look at it. He's talking about the sectors. Okay, so always the mid cap, small cap space, you know, there is a huge understanding which is needed of sectors, businesses, and hence I'm stopping you from investing in the mid cap and the small cap space right now. He's saying bottom up stories also emerge from the unorganized to organized shift, changing dynamics in global supply chains, and increasing focus on cash flow and profitability by managements during the pandemic. So look at all the parameters he's talking about, and he's talking about a bottom up approach. What is a bottom up approach? Bottom up approach is when you actually look at a business, how profitable it is, how its cash flow is doing, what are its borrowings levels. So we look at a lot of financial performance of companies, and that is exactly what we do in the Stock Scores first. So you look at, the bottom up approach is you look at the financial performance first, and then you go up, you look at the management, how's the management thinking, and then you look at the corporate governance and other aspects, and then you move into the sectors. And if the sector is moving now from unorganized to an organized set of players in it, so all of that happens. So there is up down approach, there's bottom up approach, and we are right now, he's saying about the bottom up approach, and well, in our Stock Scores also we are following the same approach, which is bottom up. So he's saying IT, consumer durables, industrial consumables, cement, chemicals, and clean energy are some of the sectors which are bound to do extremely well in the mid cap space, and he seems to be really bullish on the Axis mid cap space. Okay, let's look at now the small cap. So let's see. First, I'm going to talk about R. Srinivasan. Okay. So R. Srinivasan, he is running the SBI Small Cap Fund. Now I'm only talking about the funds which are best performing right now. So if you actually go to the small cap list, you will see that SBI has the best financials. You look at the Sharpe, the Sortino, the other ratios that I've explained in the video, you will see that this fund is doing extremely well, SBI small cap, like to an extent that they actually stop collecting funds. Okay, like they actually restrict investors from putting in more money in this fund. This has also happened in the small cap, in the SBI small cap fund. The top 3 sectors in the small cap space right now are industrials, consumer cyclical, and basic chemicals. The 3 top stocks as of now today, and remember this will keep changing if as this video goes on, this will keep changing. So LG Equipments, Kara Borandam, Universal, and JK Cement are some stocks which are right now the top 3. And he's saying that there is a lot of underperformance in the small cap segment, which has gotten corrected during the recent rally. Like I just said, there was a rally, there was an uptick in the stock market, and I can tell you from my experience of the stock market and mutual funds that I've been in for a very long time, mid cap and small cap space has been impacted for a very long time, even before the pandemic. Pandemic came, the crash came, and then the market started recovering, and then it never stopped. Right, so there was a lot of underperformance in the small cap space, and now it has all come back in. Okay, so it's benefited extremely. There is right now incremental outperformance in the space. There is overall bullishness in the market, and you don't need to be euphoric listening to this. Whenever you listen to a news like this, what you need to get is that you need to really take a step back, take a deep breath. Okay, because what these things do to us emotionally is they bring a lot of charge. Well, we can remain charged, but at the same time we need to be really balanced in our approach, and that is what makes a successful investor. So always remember, listening to this euphoria, and even right now when I'm speaking, I know that the market is touching record high every day, but we need to stay calm, stable, okay? We need to be balanced, and we need to keep going. So he's saying, while the fund has done very well with regard to the absolute returns that it has made thanks to the market rally, there is still focus, okay, on reducing the drawdown. So businesses which can go down, because we need to select businesses which will go down the least during bad times. So it is talking about how the drawdowns right now, we need to reduce those drawdowns from the portfolio. Liquidity has to be managed, and the lack of it remains a challenge. So liquidity is lot of cash being available. Guys, if you notice what these funds do, they will keep a certain amount of money as cash. One, it is kept as cash so that if there is any opportunity that comes in, money can be deployed there in buying good quality businesses at low cost. When the market is going down, then even good quality businesses will be available at lower cost, and you want to accumulate a lot of that at that point. So liquidity is what? Cash available for that. Okay. And then the next aspect is, taking those drawdowns out. And for that, you add more liquidity into the business. Okay. So that's about the SBI small cap fund. And what more? Let's see. So yes, let me talk about the names yet again. Nilesh Surana of Mirai, extremely known in the market. Okay. Shreyash Devilkar of Axis Mutual Fund, Pankaj Tibriwal of Kotak Mahindra, R. Srinivasan of SBI, Rajiv Thakkar of Parag Parekh. These are all very, very well-known people. Another guy from Axis I can tell you about is Jinesh Gopani. Axis Small Cap Fund has also been doing extremely well, but I have not spoken about it because you need to diversify, not just in categories but also in the fund house. Okay, so everything cannot be Axis. So right now I picked SBI for that purpose. So I think this, I trust that this video really supports you in understanding the investment strategy of mutual fund managers. So stay tuned, use this information as much as you can. If you have questions, note them down. I will answer them in the group coaching sessions. Meanwhile, keep working on your money life, take charge, and keep coming for all the Facebook lives and Instagram lives. I look forward to having you. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye. Loads of love and financial abundance your way.